cooking programs. There's just so many different things to watch. And that's the type of thing that you're really not going to get on other stations.
For more information about including Arizona PBS in your future plans, visit azpbs.org/giving. Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World. Get the inside scoop on what's happening at Arizona PBS. Become an insider. You'll receive weekly updates on the most anticipated upcoming programs and events. Get the insider delivered to your email inbox. Visit azpbs.org to sign up today. Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday night, we gather the best reporters in the nation and have a conversation that's about informing the American people.
Washington Week.
All new, Friday night at 7 on Arizona PBS.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Protecting pedestrians. With more than 100 pedestrians being killed in Phoenix last year, we take a look at the latest political push to end the deadly epidemic.
Plus, the Sanctuary City initiative struck down. We take an in-depth look at why Tucson voters overwhelmingly rejected the measure.
I truly believe that the best and most inspirational thing that you can do is to be yourself.
And his friends call him a dealer of hope. We'll introduce you to the Valley athlete working to inspire others to live their best lives.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Christopher Lindsay.
And I'm Mackenzie Pavicic. Thank you for joining us.
Our big story tonight, pedestrian deaths are the highest they've been since 1990. According to federal statistics, nearly 50,000 people have died on U.S. roads since 2009.
The reasons vary. Some blame cell phones and distracted driving, while others say sprawling cities and wide roads are the bigger culprits.
Reporter Andrew Christensen found out how the city of Phoenix plans to use $2 million to curb this deadly problem. Andrew?
I spoke with the Phoenix Street Transportation Department in order to find out how they're updating crosswalks in order to make the streets safer. You may recognize the familiar beeping from crosswalk signals. Now, the Phoenix City Council unanimously approved $2 million to update the signs at crosswalks and make other improvements to decrease pedestrian deaths. According to the City Council, there were more than 100 pedestrians killed on roads in 2018.
Pedestrians will see are 4 new hawk signals, upgraded crossings, upgraded crosswalks, and they will see increased street lighting.
HAWK stands for High Intensity Activated Crosswalk, which features a blinking yellow light indicating to a driver to slow down because a person has pushed the button. HAWK crosswalks also include a blinking red light, which tells drivers to stop first, then proceed with caution if no people are present.
High visibility crosswalks are the ones that look like a ladder painted on the street. They are painted with reflective paint, so it gives motorists an idea, kind of a heads up that, oh, I better be looking for pedestrians around here.
The Phoenix City Council also recognizes that some pedestrians may not wait to cross and have a plan to study why.
It's how we design our roads and our crossings. Education to help people be safe and be alert and be aware of what the rules of the road are.
The City of Phoenix is having a luncheon later this month which will feature a pedestrian safety coloring book which is aimed at 3rd through 6th graders. It will also be featured in Spanish and will be online on their website. In Phoenix, Andrew Christensen, Cronkite News.
Developing now, some DACA recipients are receiving notices from ICE that may jeopardize their ability to stay in the country. The notices say ICE intends to reopen non-criminal cases against them for things like traffic citations. ICE agreed to close those cases under former President Obama, but these notices started coming out just weeks before the Supreme Court's November 12th arguments on several challenges to the Trump administration's efforts to end DACA altogether.
Tucson voters overwhelmingly opted against Sanctuary City initiative, which have limited the circumstances in which police officers can ask about immigration status.
Cronkite News reporter Frankie McLister was in Tucson on Election Day and tells us more. Frankie?
Yeah, and proponents of that defeated initiative said that despite their loss, that they're still working to make it a more inclusive and safe city for all those immigrants.
A reminder to folks here in Arizona that we are still home of SB 1070, the infamous Show Me Your Papers law, which does make every single local police officer a de facto immigration enforcer.
Zaria Levere helped lead the initiative that put Proposition 205 up for a vote Tuesday and says despite not being passed, their work will continue.
What we want to do with this initiative in the long term is keep families home, keep them free, keep them together.
Tuesday's vote ending months of contentious debate over whether Tucson would go against a state law preventing sanctuary cities.
Tucson is not going to fold or give in to these xenophobic policies that we are seeing coming out on a regular basis.
The Tucson initiative was primarily intended to combat SB 1070, which is Arizona's 2010 immigration law that not only prohibited sanctuary cities, but also requires police to verify the immigration status of anyone suspected of not being in the country legally.
I absolutely voted to make it a sanctuary city. I think it's criminal what they're doing to people.
And while the Tucson City Council has expressed support for undocumented immigrants in the past, all members of the council opposed the measure. Opponents argued Prop 205 would have led to a legal battle over SB 1070 and the city's ability to restrict immigration enforcement.
There is no need for any of that stuff. And besides, it's going to cut down on the number of police. We need police.
Tucson could have also lost out on millions of dollars in both state and federal funds.
This is not a question as to whether or not Tucson is an immigrant welcoming city. We are that by resolution. This is a question as to whether or not 205 is simply good policy or not. 205 is overly broad, it's an overreach.
Tucson rejecting Prop 205. Several Arizona lawmakers, they've announced that they are planning to press ahead with new legislation punishing local governments that are limiting police to enforce immigration law. Right here in the control room, I'm Frankie McLister, Cronkite News.
New census data shows 50,000 California residents moved into the state last year, while 700,000 moved out. This has some calling the move a mass exodus, with Texas topping the list of places Californians are going to settle down. Last year, nearly 86,000 residents of the Golden State decided to call the Lone Star State home instead. Nearby states like Arizona, Oregon, and Nevada also saw an influx of transplants. But we have a poll from the University of California that says the top reasons for leaving include higher taxes and the political climate.
A serious mistake in life is something that can send many into a downward spiral.
But Cronkite News reporter Scotty Gange brings us the story of a man who reaches for the mountaintop every single day. Scotty?
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you adaptive. That, at least, is the case of Jeremy Ogle, a South Phoenix racer who has made it his mission to inspire others to turn their lives around using his own story of struggle and survival.
Okay, Google. Take me to Camelback Mountain.
How do you start your day?
All right, Camelback Mountain. Let's go.
No, let's rephrase that.
All right.
Start your day like Jeremy Ogle.
Camelback Mountain.
Let's go. Every morning, the 31-year-old summits the 2,700-foot mountain.
For me, it's a good thing. You start your day with just positivity, and it carries throughout the day.
For a guy who earns a living through professional racing, Jeremy doesn't waste his time. Both before and after his hike, he delivers food from the mobile app Postmates for extra cash. But his daily exercise doesn't end at the top of the mountain. From Camelback to the inside of this gym, Jeremy is what some would call a physical marvel. But his workout routine goes far beyond just building muscle.
I like to inspire people to aspire to be a better them, because I truly believe that the best and most inspirational thing that you can do is to be yourself.
From the outside, Jeremy's life could be described as an upward climb.
Morning.
But for the guy that can bench press 100 pounds and deadlift as much as 345, Ogle turned a life-changing mistake into an opportunity.
I had a blood alcohol level at the hospital of 0.274, which, as you know, is above 3 times the legal limit.
In 2015, Jeremy collided with a car as he rode his motorcycle home after a night out drinking. He suffered nerve damage in his spine, leaving his left arm numb and paralyzed. Eventually, he decided to amputate it.
Not everyone is lucky as to me to be 4 years later minus 1 arm and life 1,000 times better.
Since the accident, he's won a National Para-Spartan race, 2 National Paralympic Team USA medals for track and field, and just to rub it in, he ran a marathon this past March.
I mean, I could even probably sum it up to one of the biggest challenges is that people think that I have it harder than other people.
While the last 4 years have been full of physical accomplishments for Jeremy, his growth mentally has been far more important.
I've always been depressed. I spent 31 years being negative and angry.
In his 20s, Ogle says he struggled with substance abuse, but now he hopes to help others on their path, as he did for himself.
You know, my story isn't a sad one.
Jeremy's life has not been a walk in the park. It's been an uphill battle, and a difficult one at that. And as I, or rather anyone, would peel off to take a break right about now, Jeremy never could, as his daughter Eloise was born 3 months after his accident.
Because Eloise is the peak of Jeremy's life.
What? This is the best part.
With her mother out of the picture, Jeremy has full custody. But for a single father who goes by the nickname Arm Solo, Jeremy is as far away from alone as you can be.
My life is 100 times better than what it was. It actually has purpose and value now.
Jeremy's love for his adorable 4-year-old has been the ultimate fuel to live a healthy life filled with joy.
When she was a baby, he used to change her diaper with his mouth. And we were like, how does he do that? And she just lay there and let him do it.
Eloise,
Yeah, can look at my muscles.
just like her dad, is strong. So, how do you start your day? Now, it's different for everyone, but learn from Jeremy, because he would tell you what really matters is to make it matter.
I will see you on the way down.
Big things are happening in the Ogle household. While Eloise had her first day of preschool last week, Jeremy is preparing for his next Spartan race, taking place in Laughlin, Nevada, next weekend. In the studio, Scotty Gange, Cronkite News.
And when we come back, Arizona is tired of empty halls and overcrowded classrooms.
That's why a new program in Tucson is offering to pay people to learn to teach. The details after the break.
And should there be a gaming curfew in the U.S. to fight the growing addiction to electronics? It's your chance to weigh in next.
Cronkite Noticias is the Spanish-speaking division of Cronkite News, covering topics such as economics, education, sustainability, immigration, and border relations. Cronkite Noticias strives to serve the Spanish-speaking community in Arizona. Under the guidance of prominent Spanish-speaking professionals, students at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism develop content for our broadcast partner, Univision, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Explore Cronkite Noticias at cronkitenoticias.azpbs.org.
Then I stumbled across the kids programs and I fell in love with author. I used to be a school teacher. Some of my classes I taught were K through 6. I liked author's approach to how you would teach a moral or how to teach a way to react to a situation. And they always had a moral to the story. So I still watch author quite religiously.
For more information about including Arizona PBS in your future plans, visit azpbs.org/giving.
Officials at an elementary school in Litchfield are working to encourage good health habits among students and faculty after a spike in pneumonia cases this year. 30 cases have been associated with Verado Elementary School since the beginning of the last school year. Tips from the district include hand washing, not sharing drinks, and sanitizing doorknobs and surfaces throughout the classroom. The teacher shortage continues to plague the state.
The Arizona Department of Education says more than 20% of district schools have openings right now, but one school district is working to fix that.
Reporter Jenna Yanoni went down to Tucson to find out why some people are changing their careers and being paid to learn to teach.
Laura Garcia discovered the Pathways to Teaching program while working an unsatisfying retail job to cover the bills, and is eager for the opportunity.
I'm really looking forward to all the support. It seems like it's being that they're literally putting so much planning into supporting every single person through this program. I'm looking forward to that. Being in a classroom, because most of my classes have been done online, which is tough, really, really tough.
Arizona classrooms are encountering years of teacher shortages. The Arizona Education Department says that more than 75% of teacher positions in 2018 remained vacant or were filled by people not meeting state requirements, a pattern that's been on repeat for the last 5 years. One district superintendent believes that this is because of a lack of community.
If you're not in a district where there's a strong sense of community, I'm not sure you're going to get the outcomes that are really intended to be part of this program, which is people staying long-term here, right? And so I don't want to downplay the idea that there's got to be a strong sense of community already established.
Tired of empty halls and overcrowded classrooms, one veteran educator says that the partnership between Sunnyside School District and the University of Arizona is the homegrown answer that they have been looking for.
These are people who want to give back to the community. These are people who are already committed because of the work that they've done so far. And I have seen that in their essays and what it is they want to see happen with themselves as they move through the process, but also what they want to give back to children of Sunnyside.
The program targets Tucson residents who have completed roughly 2 years of college. They are paid a $1,000 monthly stipend and receive help with tuition. Fast forward 17 months and they'll be in the classroom, backed by an Arizona teaching certificate, which is why Garcia says that her students will be in good hands, especially those with special needs.
I actually want to go to work now, yeah, and it's nice because I get to be able to be a mom and do things with my kid, which is nice, but I also am kind of with these kids, we're the more stable things in their lives with special ed, so it's just a really fulfilling job.
About 10 teachers have accepted the pilot program invitation and will officially start their studies at Sunnyside schools in January.
And coming up next on Cronkite News at 5, battling the desert heat.
We'll show you what some Arizona high school students invented to keep us cool year-round.
Cronkite Noticias is the Spanish-speaking division of Cronkite News, covering topics such as economics, education, sustainability, immigration, and border relations. Cronkite Noticias strives to serve the Spanish-speaking community in Arizona. Under the guidance of prominent Spanish-speaking professionals, students at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism develop content for our broadcast partner, Univision, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Explore Cronkite Noticias at cronkitenoticias.azpbs.org.
Then I stumbled across the kids programs and I fell in love with author. I used to be a school teacher. Some of my classes I taught were K through 6. I liked author's approach to how you would teach a moral or how to teach a way to react to a situation. And they always had a moral to the story. So I still watch author quite religiously.
For more information about including Arizona PBS in your future plans, visit azpbs.org/giving.
Right now, more than 2 million pounds of poultry products have been recalled in 8 states, including Arizona, over fears of contamination with foreign matter such as metal. The voluntary recall affects several forms of ready-to-cook chicken that were shipped to restaurants, hospitals, and schools. The products were produced by Simmons Prepared Foods, and the dates on the package are between October 21st and November 4th.
A group of Chandler High School students are working on an invention to regulate body temperature and prevent heat-related illnesses.
The students said they choose to tackle the topic of heat-related illness because it's a problem that hits close to home.
Cronkite News reporter Delaney White found out more.
So our first objective in this whole journey was to battle a common problem in our environment. And for us, we thought of heat immediately. So we started thinking of ways that could cool people down, but then we moved into the idea of preventing heat stress.
Chandler High School students invented a cooling hat that lowers body temperature and monitors vitals. It uses an app that connects to the hat using Bluetooth software.
So basically, we, the Knights Innovators, sell cooling hats to the worried parents, adults, and children of Arizona to prevent the hundreds of heat strokes that happen in our state. Unlike other cooling hats, we monitor the user's vitals to make sure that they are not going into the dangerous range of heat stroke.
Arizona College Prep science teacher Rashina Nath oversees this group of students. They started the project to try to win a $10,000 grant from MIT.
To the teachers as to who could be good candidates for the project and who are really interested in engineering design stuff. So once I got some names, I called in for a test, and finally we got a group. Then I started to work with them to brainstorm ideas as to what could be a possible idea that we can work on. And of course, being in Arizona, heat came up instantly.
The students did not receive the MIT grant, but are not letting that stop them. They have applied for a patent and have started the fundraising process in order to build the prototype.
All we need to do now is fundraise and get enough money so we can fund the process of prototyping this. And once we get it prototyped, then we can approach other companies and we can say, here's our product, do you want to help us?
The students are working with an entrepreneur group, Chandler Innovations, in order to set up a company by the end of next year. And now, as we reach the end of our non-existent monsoon season, I did notice that it rained the other night.
Yeah,
Can we expect any more of that?
It did rain a little bit. The rain has come, but the rain is also gone, at least temporarily. So let's take a look at the map for that. Right now, it is in the 80s in the valley area, but if you go up north, it is a little bit cooler in the mid to lower 60s here. We've got Page at 65 degrees. You go a little bit next to that, that's the Grand Canyon, 61 degrees. But if you're in the valley, the evening is looking really nice. Mid 80s right now, going to hit 72 by the end of the evening. There are some clouds, however, there is a 0% chance of rain. And of course, there are some really great events coming up, especially for you sports fans and golfers out there. Charles Schwab Cup Championship is happening this weekend. 36 players will be facing off. And of course, the NASCAR semifinal race is gearing up to go. And for you artistes and Instagrammers out there, the Canal Convergence in Scottsdale may be what you want to hit this weekend for those excellent photos. And then of course, this weekend, there are some clouds, no rain, as I mentioned. Going into the rest of the week, it is cooling down. There are still no rain clouds, just regular clouds. I'm Annika Abbott in the Cronkite News Weather Center.
China announced new regulations today in an effort to curb gaming addiction among minors.
This is just the latest move by the world's largest gaming market to increase regulations on the gaming industry. Gamers in the country under 18 will now be banned from playing video games between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. on weekdays.
Minors will also have their playing time capped at 90 minutes a day, except on weekends and holidays. Transfers of funds to online gaming accounts for minors will also see a monthly limit based on age.
So we want to hear from you now. Should U.S. parents enforce strict curfews and restrictions for gamers under 18? So far, nearly 70% of you on Facebook say yes, but 60% of you on Twitter say no.
And it's not too late to join the conversation. Just go to our Cronkite News social media feeds to vote in our live interactive polls. Up next, pen pals across the pond.
We'll show you how a class of fourth graders are learning what life is like overseas when we come back.
I'm Judy Woodruff, anchor and managing editor of the PBS NewsHour. The journalists of tomorrow face a fast-changing media landscape, but quality news remains vitally important to our communities, our country, and our world. At ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, students learn solid, reliable reporting, holding the powerful accountable, and rebuilding the public's trust. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS, preparing the next generation for a stronger future of journalism.
A teacher in the Gilbert School District put an exciting spin on the traditional lesson of how to write a letter.
Cronkite News reporter Mariah Gallegos is joining us now. She visited Oak Tree Elementary, where fourth graders are learning some writing skills as well as some geography. Mariah?
While the English teacher, Mrs. Drury, is still covering the basics of formatting a letter, she found the students pen pals 5,000 miles away from home to write to.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm in fourth grade. Some of my favorite hobbies are cheerleading, dancing.
Emily continues her letter with questions for her pen pal, Ryan, who lives in Bolton, England. Amay Bereshika is also writing to her new friend across the pond.
She asked me a bunch of questions, and she said, like, what's your favorite food? And, like, she just seemed really, really excited to, like, learn more.
Like Amay, the students in Mrs. Drury's fourth grade class are learning what life is like overseas.
In my spare time, I like to play Minecraft. Let's go!
And will be returning their letters with answers about life here in the U.S.
I felt excited because I've always wanted to know what it's like to have a pen pal.
Espen says he feels like he's found another friend. Mrs. Drury wanted to find a unique way for the kids to improve their writing skills.
It's a very easy way, a natural way for them to work on our friendly letter standards. So they have to learn what the body of the letter is. They have to learn what the heading is, how to greet the person that they're talking to, how to close their letter, and that's just a little bit more fun when we can put it in real life.
She also believes it's important to connect the students with others outside the classroom.
Yeah, I think it's great for kids to correspond with other kids. Let them know that they are not alone, that we're very interested in making connections here at Oak Tree, and we want to make sure that those connections go out beyond us, our school, our community, and into the world.
Mrs. Drury says she scans and sends the letters through email, so she hopes the students will hear back from their pen pals within the next 2 weeks. Mariah Gallegos, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, a new exhibit at the Herb Museum features the celebrated artist David Hockney, and will preview another edition of the new Arizona PBS show, Art in the 48. That's the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. Tonight on the NewsHour, open hearings in the impeachment inquiry are announced as another key transcript is released. Coming up after Cronkite News and Arizona Horizon on Arizona PBS.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
I'm Alberto Rios. Join me on the next Art in the 48. Together, we'll explore the arts right here in Arizona with the people who are creating art and sharing it too. So look around your community. Art is everywhere. An all-new Art in the 48, tonight at 7:30, only on Arizona PBS.
Next time on The Directors, Billy Wilder.
One of the great comedy director-writers.
Look how she moves. That's just like Jell-O on springs.
He had a formula for success.
Most directors don't love actors. Wilder loved actors, and it shows.
Well, hello, how are you?
And was brilliant across movie genres.
That's a setup, isn't it?
Is there anything wrong with it?
Utter masterpiece from beginning to end.
The genius of Billy